Cheers.
Boy, it feels great having this kid back in the lineup. We're out there playing, and she's worked hard to get back, and first match in over a year for Trinity as well, and she's worked really hard to get back. I thought, although we had a lot of moving parts today, I thought we played really clean volleyball. We just didn't give up many points. I mean, the points that they had to go and earn. We didn't have too many hitting errors, or service errors were pretty low. It's a pretty clean game, and that's that's one of the things I think Indiana does. With their speed, they force people of just being really, really fast, and you can the game can get going too fast for you to play clean. And so I thought we did a really good job of moving on to the next play and trying to slow the game down as when we could, and I thought it was a big time match for Carter. I mean, that was those were huge numbers for a three setter for her out of the middle with the kills and the hitting percentage and her blocks. So great win against a great team, and yeah.
Charlie?
Hello, Dennis.
What did it feel like
What does it feel like?
to get back there, and when did you know you were going to play? Friday, it seemed like it was kind of up in the air.
Yeah, it was kind of a day before thing. Just started playing sixes about 3 days ago. So still kind of getting fully back into things, but it was the best feeling ever. Like, when the field house just erupted, when they called my name, was such a cool feeling. And what? Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Please, I'm not interrupting here. I'm fired up.
Yeah, I just felt super grateful just for our fan base and community that we have. Yeah, it was so awesome.
Along those lines, Charlie, kind of what's this last month been like, especially as somebody who I'm sure was not enjoying being on the sidelines there?
Yeah, this last month, it was hard for sure. It was hard to not play the sport that is my whole life, and to have to go to Kelly said, to the playground every day, and I'm a kid that can't play, was super just difficult, but I tried to be the best teammate I could be, pour all my heart out into my teammates, and be the biggest supporter for Addie. And yeah, now I'm back, so.
Carter, you obviously have a good connection with Charlie, and it showed up today. What is that connection, and how good did it feel from your perspective to have her there?
I don't know. It just felt so good. Charlie just went out there, and to go out there and set the match that she just set is, like, I don't think people realize how hard that is, especially, like, when you've been out for so long. And she just really made my job easy. She made me look really flashy, which is pretty nice. But yeah, it was really just a testament to her skill and her dedication to the game and how she was able to run it today.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, Kelly, just with Charlie, but also Addie and what she's done in Charlie's absence, what does that provide to you, and what you can do in matchups and other things with just having two setters of that caliber?
Well, it's been a great amount of growth for Addie over the last 36 days. It's, the things and I think I've mentioned this here before, but when you're working on things in the practice gym and watching film, and you see it being applied in matches, as a coach, it gets you really, really excited. And the things that we were working on, her ability to keep tempo when she was on the move and expanding the range and her footwork, it was showing up on film, and it was having, she's a different setter right now. But that's one of the things that playing time can do as well. There probably becomes a different intensity to learning, I would say, to have somebody that can, at her age, that to come in under those circumstances has been huge, and I'm excited about her future. Excited, this isn't a one versus the other type of deal. That's we've got 17 people on this team, and it takes all 17 of us because we spend way more time practicing than what we do in matches, and our ability to improve has to happen in the practice gym. And the higher level that everybody is, the better team that we're going to be. And Addie came in and wasn't trying to be Charlie; he was trying to be the best her. She comes in with a lot of confidence and wanting to be great for her teammates. And Charlie comes in here and doesn't feel sorry for herself. She gets to work. She does everything. We weren't sure we were going to get her back this year, right? And and like she said 3 days ago, we still thought we were probably about a week and a half. But every day when she started practicing, she felt a little bit better. We started stretching it out, and then the last few days, we just turned her loose. She turned herself loose, and just we weren't going to put her out there until she was confident in herself and her body. And it just, I said, once you get to that point, let us know. And yesterday it was like, all right, let's do it. And we did a double check this morning just to make sure. And she's like, yeah, leave me alone. I'm ready to go.
For any of you, to side out 92% in the first set, 86 in the second set, kind of what was going right to be putting up those very good numbers there?
Yeah, the strong passing. Our passers did a really good job. They've been working hard all week. They do a really good job scouting the servers and calling it out before they're serving. I just thought they were strong throughout the whole match. And the best thing was when we made an error, we were right back to it, diming the next ball.
Kelly, you mentioned Trinity getting back out there after a long time for her. And you also got Natalie in on the right side. Trinity played each side in different sets. Was it the way the match was going, or were you planning to take a look at these things?
Both. Trent's been stringing some days together. I thought she was a little bit cautious out there today, took some good swings, but it was kind of, 80%, and Nat a little bit, that first ball that gets hit at her, and she's like that, this ball's just past her before she's making her block move. And so you saw both of them getting a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more aggressive as it was going. They both have the ability to really do some really good things for us, and with Trinity getting healthier, I think there were some opportunities. We put her on the right side in the second set. We haven't done that a whole lot in practice, as you know, but she didn't flinch. It's like here, first match that we're going to put you in over a year in a position that we haven't practiced much. But that was probably a little bit more of. Thought we were having a little bit tougher time with one of their outsides, so I just wanted to get somebody that could be, play a little bit higher on the net, and then what we did with the third set, I was kind of thinking that I was going to look for some opportunities to see if we'd be able to do that.
Kelly, you said that cutting Charlie loose. Are there any restrictions or anything that you have to set counts or anything like that you have to watch for with Charlie at the moment returning back, or complete full go?
No, it's she's that was a pretty serious injury that that there are some things that we want to be aware of and cautious of. I'm sure there's probably some positions that she gets into that there's probably a reminder to her, and so I think there's a responsibility that she has when she's moving through some things, and I've got to be aware of and stuff. But she's adapting really well. She defended well. She put in some good serves. The serve looks a little bit different, but it got him some issues in the third set, and I loved everything what we saw.
Charlie, Carter gave you a lot of credit, but kind of from a setter's perspective, what about what Carter did tonight or today is kind of so special?
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about this a lot, but we think Carter's the hardest working middle in the whole NCAA. She's transitioning every ball, and the reason it's so easy to set her is because she's screaming for the ball. She wants the ball every time, and it helps a lot as a setter. I mean, when I've had middles who don't call the ball at all, and it's nearly impossible to see them. She's screaming for the ball. She's transitioning every time, and I see her open, and she's really good scoring on these good middles nearly every time, which is 700. So, yeah.
I'll say Carter for you, if my math's right, hopefully it is. 25 kills in the last 3 matches, hitting about 600. Just anything over the last 3 games or in the winning streak that stood out in terms of the percentage that you're hitting right now?
I don't know. I think I'm kind of just going out there with like the just like kill it mentality. You know, we had like a tough loss a few games ago, and like the conversations that I had with like Kelly and the rest of the coaching staff after was just like learn from this, like take something from this. And you know, it's coming to an end really, really fast, coming to a close. So I think I've really just kind of let go of like whatever perceptions or expectations people have on me out there, and I'm just, you know, letting it loose, letting it rip, and it's working out in my favor. So looking forward to continuing to do that.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.